let's go back to Audrey from Central Florida, who I am told now has thought of a question. Remember, folks, only request to speak if you have a question. Audrey, do us proud. Let's go.
All right, I did want to ask about your opinion on the reliability of polling the last few election cycles.
My analysis is that by election day, the polling is basically accurate and does reflect the will of the people. The tricky part is that because the elections are so close, presidential elections, they come down to sometimes under 1 percentage point margin in 5 to 6 states. Even polling that's really good and gets us accurately within a 2 to 3 point margin of error, its predictive value can be limited because, at the end of the day, if the election comes down to Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Georgia, and Arizona, with 0.5 point to 1.5 point margins in those states, the polling can all be accurate within 1.5 to 2.5 points, and it won't actually predict anything because it just comes down to a tiny margin on election day. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's my view. I mean, the polling is generally accurate, especially when it comes to the national popular vote. But in terms of really confidently telling us what the Electoral College will end up being, more difficult because elections are coming down to about 500,000 votes in 5 states.
All right, well, thank you for the answer.
All right, Audrey from Central Florida, thank you for the call. Let's take a very quick break, and then we'll go right back to Discord and hear from a few more people. So stand by. It is time to start thinking like voters and to make sure that kids understand the importance of voting, how it works, registering, ballot initiatives, because so many kids just have no idea. That's why I wrote the new children's book, Think Like a Voter. I can think of no better time and no more important group of folks to try to reach. The book is now available at davidpakman.com/book, where, by the way, you can get the first 2 books in the series as well. Think Like a Detective and Think Like a Scientist. Really important stuff. Donate them to local libraries, classrooms, read them with the kids. davidpakman.com/book.